I didn't think effort was an issue. When you lose a game, you go in the locker room, the first thing you ask, was effort an issue? Effort wasn't an issue. Physicalness was. Physicalness. They were extremely physical team. They're a veteran. The top 6 are all juniors, seniors, and they were physically, I thought they were with us. I thought we did a lot of things we wanted to do offensively in the beginning of the game. We got up, I think, 12, and the measure of a team that a little immature in the growth process right now is then we started defending like we were up 12. And if we would have defended in that stretch when we were up 12, like we did at the end of the game and how hard we did in the beginning of the game, that stretch we went from up 12 to down 5.5, and that was a tough stretch for us. They did what a veteran team does. They ratcheted up, and I just told our guys, you got to learn from this. Like when you get into a tournament situation or when you play veteran physical teams, they're gonna turn it up. They turned up the heat, and then we had a bunch. They got into us physically. That we had a bunch of turnovers from our guards when they turned it up, and we got to learn from that segment. When you're up 12, when your offense is clicking, you can't just let go on the pedal defensively. We've got to defend for 40 minutes. But I got to credit Kent State. I thought they, we talked about their big 4. Evans is a senior and Holt is a senior, 16 and 13. And then, Brewer and Goodson, 16, 40, it was 50-some, 40, 50, 55, I think, of their points came from those 4.
Start with the good things. Can you talk a little bit about this? He's just been such a different player.
And I know they were keying on him. He had 31, and they're a very good winning program, and they were keying on him. And he did that. He had a basket underneath in the first half where he caught it one-handed, he went around. He's just all heart and toughness. And, just every day, what you hope for from my end is that all 7 of those freshmen, every day, just soak in what he does every day. You just hope those 7 freshmen look at him every day and learn and feed off what he's doing. And that's how the culture is going to change. And it is changing. Man, I tell you what, these guys, we're shorthanded. We have I'm not making excuses, and I never will. The margin for error based on our depth is very small. You're playing a team that is predominantly juniors and seniors, and, for instance, here's a margin error. We're cutting, it's a 7-point game in the second half. We get fouled. We miss a front end of the 1-on-1. We go down. That could have cut it to 5. We go down, we get a stop. We come down, we're going to fast break, we get fouled. Go to the fouling. We miss 2 more free throws. They come down, get fouled, they make both. Now it's 9. And you're just like, you have a chance to cut it to 3. We just, those little pockets in the game, those are margins of error, 4-point swings. And we don't have a big margin for error with our depth.
At the same time, we were at double bonus about 8 minutes ago. I asked Christian about this. I guess they were trying to prevent them from driving a little bit, or the kids were throwing up a lot of jumpers. So
what they did is they really leveled us off. Yeah. We couldn't go by them. We tried. We were trying to go around them, and they got up in us, and then we picked the ball up. And you're not going to get a foul that way. The aggressor gets the foul. Yeah. And they were more physical with our guards than our. A lot of times in basketball, when you say, "Gosh, they were more physical," you think of the battle in the paint. That's not where they were more physical. They were physical up in our guards with Kiki, Turk, Jordan, and Joe, and London. They got up into Turk. They got up into Jordan, and they just got up into them. And then when we tried to go around them, we didn't go around them very well. And they were very physical with us on the perimeter.
if you look at, okay, this game is out of conference, it's super important, but then you go back to conference, play these last 2 games.
Right.
Can you kind of talk about, you don't know whether you'll be out.
Well, I thought.
You don't know whether they'll get
Yeah, I don't. We're not counting on either. We're playing like neither one of them are going to come back. I feel bad for both of them, but our guys, we're going into Detroit. In this game, it's with being shorthanded, it's a tough bracket bus. Kent State's I read some stat. They're like one of the most winning teams in the bracket buster since it started, but it's going to prepare you. Our guys, hopefully they got better today. They understood physicals. Detroit's going to be physical. All right, we want to go in there to beat Detroit. We got to handle their athleticism and their physicalness. It's going to happen. So we just got to build on it.
And there's the Cully and Ben, their status is still.
Cully's status is that he has sprained ligaments and in 2 places in his hand, and they've said 2 to 3 weeks. So the regular season for sure. So if we go into postseason, there's possibly, but right now it looks 2 to 3 weeks. It looks like for sure the regular season and the first game of the tournament. Yeah, Ben's just no change, just no change.
Anything else? Thanks, Coach.
Really good, strong performance from today. Can you just talk about how you've been feeling lately? Your scoring's up and down. The whole game seems to have really come together.
Well, really with the injuries that we've had lately with Ben Avercamp and Cully Payne. With Ben in particular, I know that I really needed to step up and try to play harder to fill that gap that we needed, especially on the defensive end as far as rebounding. And so that was really kind of my mindset coming into the game.
But after a while, it looked like we were obviously double teaming you, a couple times triple teaming you. Is that obviously we're trying to work defense to down to how do you do that?
Well, just expect the double and triple teams to come, and then once they do, I need to be a good passer and set my teammates up, find the open man, and then because we have guys that can other guys that can score too. So if they get open shots, then we're just a better team.
Christian, what happened to you guys? Jumped to a big lead.
Right.
They came back.
Right. I think after problem that we've had a lot this year is we get up, maybe double digits on a team, and then kind of think we can coast for the rest of the game. But we haven't realized that other teams, once they get down, that's when they want to fight harder, and so we just haven't matched that intensity. And again, that's what happened today. We got up big. We just thought, okay, game's kind of over. We can just kind of relax, and then they jumped on us, and then we just couldn't come back.
There was a point on the second half with about 8 minutes left. You guys had already over the double focus. Were they denying you penetration there? I mean, it looked like that you weren't trying as much to get inside maybe the foul.
A little bit. I was noticing a little bit more help side, so we're, and so with that, trying to pass the ball out or telling our point guard to look for different guys that are open, and things like that.
I mean, sometimes I think they were kind of zoning too, so
A little bit, yeah.
take the jumper rather than drive.
Right.
Coaches playing a lot of minutes too. Are you feeling strong still?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just really trying to put emphasis on taking care of my body, and obviously getting ice, and stretching, eating right, things like that.
Only a couple games left to go and then get back in conference. Was this game a little distracting being out of conference?
I don't think so. We just try to look at it as another opponent and try to focus on what we need to do, put ourselves in position to win. So I don't really think it was distracting.
You talked about those 2 conference games. You got one on the road and the last one at home.
Right. Well, for coming up, we play Detroit next at home. Obviously, they beat us here last time. They have the best player in the conference, Ray McCallum. So I feel like a lot of our game plan will be trying to stop him. And then Cleveland State, we won there last time, so we have to understand that they're going to come in here with revenge on their mind. So we have to match their intensity and execute, and then we can beat them again.
Jeff is trying hard out, as a point guard and stuff in London. But it's tough, I think, when you're a freshman to take over that role.
Right.
Do you know, is that listening to Cully in that role, is that affected you guys?
I think it has a little bit, but one thing that Jeff brings to the table he's a much better defender than Cully, but, as far as, on the offensive end, yeah, Cully's a better player. He can, get us into our offense, and he understands the game a little bit better. But you know, with Cully being out, Jeff's able to get a lot of reps in practice, and then also a lot of game experience. So he's still getting better. And same thing for London.
And he had a lot of assists, and obviously that's what he's doing.
Right.
But one other thing, you guys didn't have a lot of turnovers, comparatively, but they scored a lot off turnovers that we did there, and a lot of second chance points. Is that again just not getting the same intensity as you get?
Is it that a lot of our turnovers are probably lack of focus. They probably slapped the ball out of our hands a couple times, or just shot the gap and got us intercepted a pass, things like that. So